Hey world, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and sponsored by the Kingdom College, preparing you for life. I am DEEPAK here and my life is beautiful and I stay on top of it because I work as worship. Today something I want to share which I spoke for the first time as an independent teacher or as an independent speaker in one of the program addressing 200 odd people. And it was just a flow. It was very spontaneously. I stood in front of the audience and I just started the whole thing, and thing just flew. And the way it felt, the way everything fell in place was outstanding. And I understood something very beautiful about life, something very profound, and as always in a very simple way. This is how I spoke, and it is such a vivid memory in my mind about what I spoke, and how I felt during and after it. And I still think something that I spoke 21 years ago has been guiding my life, helping me and so many people in turn. This is what I spoke. Life is all about mastery. I think this is how it is. Life is all about mastery. If you want to be number one, if you want to excel, if you want to be very competitive in life, then mastery in your subject is must. Life is all about mastery. Whether you are a sports person, whichever sports you play, you should be a master of that art. As an artist, you should be a master artist. As a speaker, master speaker. So whatever you do in life, you should be a master in that. And life is all about mastery. But how do I gain mastery in life? I'll take a metaphor of driving the car. Again, driving is a fabulous skill, and it's all about mastery in driving. For you to master the car or that vehicle that you're going to drive on that highway, you first need to control the vehicle. So life is all about mastery. But for you to have mastery, first you need to control it. Should be able to control the car, the vehicle, whichever vehicle you are driving, on whom you want to have mastery, you need to control it. Because the moment you pick up the speed and you try to drive faster or move faster, the chances of losing the control is first. So if you want to have mastery in life, first you need to control your life. Control comes with willpower, discipline, sincerity. 100 things are required for you to develop control. But if you want to have mastery over your car on the highway or your vehicle, then first you should know how to control it, so that when you start picking up the speed or when you are at the peak speed, little wobbling here and there can be actually very disastrous. So is with life. So if you want to have mastery in life, first you need to control it. For you to control the vehicle, control your car, you need to understand your car. You need to understand the gears, you should understand accelerator, brake, clutch, you should understand what engine type it is, what speed it can go, beyond what speed can be dangerous, and every possible thing about car you need to understand. Only when you are able to understand the entire mechanism of that, then you can easily control it. If you understand the horse, you can control the horse. When you are able to control the horse, you will be able to have a mastery on the horse, and then you can ride the horse the way you want to ride, isn't it? So for you to control the vehicle, control the life, then you have to understand the life. You have to understand those little nuances of life, the laws of life, the understandings, some secrets, some formulas, some equations which are there. Either you learn it by yourself or take the help of a teacher, coach, guide, mentor. But if you want to have control, you need to understand. You want to have mastery on yourself, then you have to first learn to control yourself. We lose our control in terms of anger, in terms of frustration, small things disturbs us. So where is there going to be mastery in our life? We can't be master of our life because we are not able to control ourselves. We can't control the temptations. We can't control the distractions. For all of us to have mastery in life, first we need to control ourselves. For you to control yourself, you need to understand yourself. To understand what is your thought process, how you have been brought up in life, what makes you, what is it inspires you, or what is it depresses you, what are your emotions, what are your dominant feelings, what experiences I'm. So you have to understand yourself. If you want to control yourself, you need to understand yourself. Only when you're able to understand in certain behaviors or in certain ways or certain circumstances, that's what happens to you, and that's what becomes a trigger point to you. It can be positive trigger, it can be negative trigger, but you should understand yourself now. If you can't understand yourself, you can't control yourself. And if you cannot control yourself, how are you going to have mastery over yourself? So for you to have mastery, you need to control. Learn to control. For you to learn to control, you need to first understand. Understand who you are, what you are, why you do what you do, and why don't you do what you don't do. For you to have mastery on your car, you have to learn to control the car. For you to learn to control the car, you have to understand the car. For you to understand, you have to listen. And that is the something which starting point for all of us to be mastery in whatever you want to have in life. So if you want to understand, you learn to listen. You have to listen. Problem with most of us, we just don't want to listen. How many of us, when we watch this 9 minutes motivation, on that side when you watch it, just because I said a few things in the first couple of statements or first couple of minutes, most of you think, yeah, I know this topic, I didn't stop. Sometime I may end up speaking something else toward the end. But we don't want to listen. Why struggling students? They don't listen to the teacher. You don't listen to the teacher, you won't understand the subject. If you can't understand the subject, you can't control the subject. You can't control the subject, you can't have mastery over the subject. You apply this to anything in life. You have to have mastery in relationship, you have to control the relationship. For you to control the relationship, you have to understand the relationship. For you to understand the relationship, you have to listen. Listen to the other person, listen to yourself, listen to those body languages. Oh, there are 100 things to listen. And if you do not have the ability to listen, because listening comes with patience. If you do not have the listening power, if you do not have the listening attitude, along with patience, you'll not be able to understand. And if you can't understand, you can't control it. If you can't control it, you cannot have mastery over it. As simple as when we do public speaking training programs in the college for the youngsters or anywhere else. If you want to have mastery in public speaking, you have to learn to control your tongue, control your body language, control your speed, control your pace, control your tone. For all this controlling to happen, you have to understand. Understand the audience perspective, understand your thought process, understand your weaknesses, your strength. And for you to understand, you got to listen to your own body language. Listen to audience body language. Listen to what your trainer is going to teach you. And you have to listen with a lot of patience. People don't have patience. From driving to cooking to learning to studying to working to anything. Because we don't have patience enough to listen, we can't understand, and we don't understand, so we can't control, and we can't control, then we can't have mastery in life. So my dear friend, if you want to have mastery, first learn to control. And for you to control, learn to listen, learn to understand. For you to understand, learn to listen. So listen to me properly for this 9 minutes. I think I made sense to you. Otherwise, let's see. With that belief that we will have mastery in life, here we go. Start the day together. So guys, go, get set, and grow. Holistic health and fitness model for today's man.